What if I told you that when you overthink, you're not really thinking at all? You're caught in a loop mistaking fear for logic. Welcome to Unbox the Podcast. I'm Sahar Palmer, intuitive life mentor and holistic therapist. For more than 3 decades, I've been helping people from all walks of life navigate transitions in careers, relationships, and identity. Through my BEMA methodology, body, emotions, mind, and accountability to actions, I guide clients to reconnect with their true self so that they can rewrite their story and reclaim their power. One of the wonderful things about my work is that I get to see trends as they happen in real time. And lately, many of my clients, friends, even family members tell me the same thing. They can't stop overthinking. They can't get to sleep. Their minds race at night, they struggle to fall asleep, and some even wake up crying, feeling anxious without knowing why. And as you can imagine, the implications are significant. When we are in a period of transition, whether changing jobs, rethinking a relationship, or redefining what success means to us, our mind tries to protect us. Leaders and professionals are especially prone to this because they're used to solving problems through logic and control. But logic alone can't process emotional uncertainty. That's where overthinking begins. So, why do we overthink? Before we can stop it, we need to understand overthinking. At Unbox with Sahar, my stance is always holistic. You can't focus on a solution until you identify the root cause. And the cure needs to be just as holistic, linking all aspects of being human, because we function as one integrated system. You can't separate the body from your experiences or the emotional impact those experiences have on you. It's repeated emotions that build belief systems, and those beliefs dictate the actions you take. Everything you think, feel, and do is interconnected. And it doesn't matter who you are or what role you play in the corporate world or in life, your true self is constant. The roles may shift, but what you bring into them is always you. And that is why we unbox the real you. Let's start at the beginning, what I call the pyramid of awareness. The first dimension of change is our physical body. Our physical state holds the memory of our emotional and mental state. Millions of years of evolution wired the brain to prioritize our one thing, our survival. Fear of spiders, snakes, heights, or the dark once kept us alive. But today, those same circuits trigger when we face an email from our boss, an unpaid bill, or even an uncertain future. The brain does not know the difference. So, what does our brain do? Now, here's something that usually makes people pause. As the physicist David Bohm said, the brain is a device for amplifying thought. Let that land. The brain doesn't create thoughts, it amplifies them. If you fear a certain outcome and replay it in your mind, your brain will amplify it. It takes that as a signal. So you're feeding it a signal, which is your focused thoughts, and it amplifies them. The more you dwell on a thought, the more energy your brain devotes to it. So you're giving it an order, and it's listening to you. Overthinking is the mind's attempt to create safety through repetition. So, whatever you repeat is unthreatening, and that's why we tend to overthink. It keeps you in motion so that you feel you're in control. But what you're really doing is sending all your energy to your head, leaving the body drained and depleted. You might notice tension in your shoulders, a tight chest, a shallow breathing. You probably don't feel like moving or going outdoors, which only worsens this imbalance. And at night, all that unspent energy, mental energy, has nowhere to go. It may surface as restless dreams or even nightmares. If left unaddressed, it can escalate to panic attacks. So, what can we do? How do we switch off? The answer begins with movement and breath. Start moving. Go out in nature. Let your body remind your brain what matters. When you change your physical environment, you redirect your mental energy. If the weather doesn't permit you to do so, get a vibrating plate or do quick Qigong exercises. The latter is really great for that purpose. And don't ask me why, but I tend to exercise or swim at night so I can sleep well. Probably because my days are spent sitting and most of the year it's really hot in Dubai. However, as we now come into what's dubbed the best winter in the world, because it's really spring, I'm sure my exercise schedule will naturally flip as I make use of the outdoors. Next, filter the food you give your mind. Your brain will amplify wherever you feed it, so choose wisely. And here's the shortest cut: breath. Breathing is the reason you are alive. It's the bridge between the body and the mind. It is how we face and deal with the outside world. By deepening your breath, you reset your nervous system. Your breathing rhythm tells your brain everything. And I'm not talking about breath work or anything. I'm just saying, wherever you are, right now, whatever you're doing, pause. Take a slow, deep breath through your nose. Hold it for a moment and exhale gently through your mouth while you're grinning. Why grinning? Because it forces you to exhale slowly, purging all these negative thoughts. Let's do it again. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold it for a moment. Grin and exhale. Notice how your body responds. Your breath tells your brain exactly how you're doing. Never take it for granted. Whenever you catch yourself spiraling or about to spiral down, stop and breathe. 3 slow breaths can change your internal chemistry. What do we do when logic fails? Sometimes we overthink because we simply don't have enough information to formulate a decision. This is how the brain works. It does a process called chunking. It groups bits of information that you know into chunks. And if you're missing a piece of information, it's not going to go into that chunk and you will never arrive at the right decision. The brain cannot find a solution without the right data. So instead, it loops because it has to do something, and you think you're thinking. When that happens, the way forward is to seek information. This can be in any form. Ask for help, take a course, consult someone you trust, research your options, whatever your field is or whatever stage in life you are at. Look, search deeper. Give your brain the data it needs so it can move from worry into action. And by doing something new, you inspire yourself, and you will find that your brain works more freely and naturally, helping you to find or make the right decision. In leadership and life, uncertainty is part of growth. The most grounded leaders are not those who know everything, but those who know when to pause, breathe, and listen to their intuition. Let's talk about the accountability loop. From what I have seen also in my mentoring work, there's another hidden reason for overthinking, and that is avoidance. Some people don't want to hold themselves accountable, so they convince themselves, unconsciously of course, that their situation is so unique and it has no solution. That mindset triggers a cycle of helplessness and panic. But here's the truth: if you don't take charge of your life or situation, no one else will. If you don't live your life, no one else can live it for you. Understanding how your biology works, how your emotions and thoughts interact and are interconnected, and how to realign your energy through the 4 dimensions of change gives you self mastery. And remember, this is how you can rewrite your story and reclaim your power. Before we close, let's do a quick reset together. Take another deep breath. Bring your attention to your feet on the ground. Imagine exhaling all the clutter in your mind. Let it leave your body. As you inhale, picture clarity, filling the space you have just cleared. Your mind isn't your enemy. It's simply overworked and under-rested. The more you practice stillness, the faster your brain learns to switch off when needed. Before we close off, I just want to say this. Many of you sent messages after the short guided meditation in the previous episode of why you're triggered, saying it felt like a private session with me. Thank you. That means a great deal. I've begun recording a few guided meditations layered with binaural beats, and it's designed to help you reset, release, and find peace. Isn't that the luxury nowadays? You will find them exclusively on my digital resources hub on Buy Me a Coffee. Visit the shop and check back often, as I'm adding more tools to help you stay centered through life and career transitions. Thank you for spending this time with me on Unbox the Podcast. And if what you heard today resonated, please remember to follow or subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on. And if someone in your life needs to hear this, it means a great deal to support my work if you share it. You never know whose life you might change. And as always, remember, you can rewrite your story and reclaim your power. Until next Tuesday, keep unboxing.